What's going on, family? What's going on, familia? How's everybody doing today? It's your boy Truth. Welcome to your show. To your, you know, truth be told. Um, man, what's today? Wednesday? I can't believe it's already Wednesday. Man, time is a fly, ain't it? That's crazy. I feel like it was just Wednesday, like yesterday. Who else feels like it was just Wednesday yesterday? I don't know, man. I feel like time is just timing right now. It's wild. I can't keep up. Can y'all keep up? Because I can't keep up. Anyways, you know, I hope everybody's been okay. I hope you guys have had a great day today as of far. I hope you guys been doing okay with, I guess, this weathering pattern and stuff like that. Um, I hope you guys weren't affected by the weather that has been going on lately. I heard the weather has been weathering. Yeah, it's been a little chilly on the chilly side. Um, I was told that a lot of places were supposedly supposed to get hit with this storm. I don't know how many places got hit, but once again, I just hope that you guys are, probably were not affected and you guys are good. Um, Definitely stay safe out there no matter what. Um, I have my YouTube family right here. I got my TikTok over here, guys. So when you look into the side, you'll know why. Um, so real quick, I wanted to make today kind of short. Uh, I wanted, I don't know how your year is going so far, guys, but um, I wanted to drop a few jewels on what could probably help. Oh, sorry. Hold on one second. One second. Okay, there it is. Yeah. So I don't know how you. Oh, give me one second. I don't know how your year's going so far. I hope your year's going good. I just wanted to drop a few pointers. I want to make this one really short, really quick. Drop a few gems. Um, I call this one 10 tips. 10 tips where you could have a good slash better year. I wanted to drop 10 jewels, 10 tips that I could add to the picture that you guys could probably use to have a better year. All right. I want to make this one quick and short and sweet. Quick and short and sweet. Hey, quick and short and sweet. Hey, what's good? What's good, Avo? What's happening? What's happening? I like your online name. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that. So yeah, real quick, guys. I want to make today short, sweet. Talk about 10 tips to have a better year. 10 tips to have a better year. You're welcome. You're welcome. Um, so if you guys haven't seen my previous video, it was talking about um, what we need to do in these end times. Thank you for the likes. Thanks for the likes and support, guys. As you come in, smash that like button. Let's get this on the algorithm. I know a lot of people can probably use this and see this. Um, who that? Sav? Yeah, we got family in here. What's up, Sav? What's happening, Sav? I see you over there. Um, so yeah, if you guys haven't seen, my last week's episode was covering what we need to be doing in these end times. That was an important video as well. If you haven't seen already, go check that out. And then before that, I had an episode released on two witnesses that are supposed to be, coming around these end times as well. And a lot of people don't talk about the two witnesses. Like a lot of churches don't talk about them. And I decided to go do a little diving in on that for you guys. So if you haven't seen that already, check that out as well. And then 2 videos prior to that, I was also talking about because I mean this is a topic that I know a lot of people are pretty sensitive about because we're living in some pretty rough times where relationships is it's tough out here. It's tough out here. I know we all know it's tough out here. The dating pool is Man, I ain't gotta say much more. I'm sure you guys feel man, you feel what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It's tough out here in the dating pool. So I have released two videos prior to that. I released two individual videos. One directed towards the woman and the second directed towards the men on how you know you each can find your spouse. And I go into pretty good details on that as well. So if you haven't already, check that out as well. I'm sure that'll probably help you out. Um, and yeah, fast forward, like I said, right now we're going to be talking about the 10 tips. I just came with 10 tips that I feel like could help you have a better year. I don't know how your year is starting off, but I hope that, you know, I can't believe, look at it. We're already past the first month. Like this, last year, we all know that last year flew by. This year's not too, not too behind. It's flying by as well. Um, what else can you say? It's getting crazy. So, yeah, all we can do is keep up and move forward. So, like I said, guys, I got 10 tips to have a better year. Let's talk about it. All right, let's talk about it. Let's go over it. All right, let's get it started. Let's get it started. All right, let's take it from the top. So, 10 tips to have a better year. What are some tips that we can have to have a better year? So let's go down the list. All right. So 10 tips to have a better year. Number one, we have your health. Okay. To focus on our health, guys, it's very, very important. We all know that since day one. I'll take it back. Not a lot of people know that. Not a lot of people know that our health is important. And by health, obviously, I'm talking about not just your physical health, but your spiritual and your mental health as well. Okay, we overlook the spiritual and mental side, um, and that's obviously just as important as our physical health. Yes, we have to. Um, I'm not gonna say, obviously we're not no one obviously no one here is perfect. I'm trying to say, like, I'm not gonna completely tell you to completely take out you know certain foods from your diet. I'm not gonna be like, don't eat it at all, because I know that's unrealistic. I'm a realist. I like to be right down the middle as far as like understanding about everything. I'm trying to say. So, um, but what I will say is try to have balance at the same time. I'm trying to say, like, don't have fast food every day. Try to blend it in with some good eating, some good positive blend it into a smoothie yourself, smoothies maybe every day or every other day type thing. I'm trying to say. Um, that will add a huge difference. One second. Get out. Alright. Had a little friend in here. Wow, but that will add a huge difference. That'll make a huge difference to our health. All right. So for real, guys, if you're watching this, I want you to take it really, really serious. All right. Take your health more serious this year. Um, you know, like I said, I'm a realist. I ain't gonna tell you to do something that I can't do. I personally, um, to completely do complete clean eating like for the rest of my life, I'd probably be lying to myself. There are times where you probably gonna want a slice of pizza, you know, or whatever. You're gonna want a slice of something like that. You know, a slice of something like that. See, that's how you know. But you're gonna want to, you know, not always eat clean. That's just what it is. All right. So, but like I said, I will say this too. Try to take it serious on it. Incorporating clean, good eating with um, the not so good eating. Really, You know, try to balance. I say first try to balance it out, and then try to increase the eating, increase your physical. You'll start seeing you like if you want to see like people think that it's crazy to me how so many people focus more on just the exercise aspect, and it's like man, it's so much more simpler than that. Why don't you just try to the eating by itself can do so much more than just exercising. Like people focus on the exercise and they still eat like really crappy, and they don't see any changes, you know. But the clean eating not only will it help you in the physical aspect, but it'll help you with your mental state. It'll help you internally, help clean you out, kind of thing. Like we all need to clean out every now and then. We don't A lot of people don't even think about that. We just every day just eat whatever we want, and that's not a benefit to us at all. All right, our eating highly influences our mental thinking, how we think on a daily, our mood. You know, if you feel like you wake up groggy every day, I mean, look at your eating, check your eating out, see if you're, that's where I would say look at first. What do you consume on a daily basis? A lot of us can't even remember what we had like a few days ago for food last. Yeah, so a lot of people, it's crazy. A lot of people don't even realize. A lot of people, it's crazy. A lot of people don't even realize. They do is they'll go to they'll go to doctor for a pill, depression pills, and all this and that. Like, don't even realize all I do is just adjust your eating habit. Stop eating so much fried foods, and stop eating so much sugar. Like like I said, I'm not telling you to completely stop it because I'm not. I know it's not. It's not a realistic thing for everybody, obviously. So I'm gonna try to give you a solid ground to stand on. I'll say to reduce it, and I'll say reduce it greatly. You know, yeah, like that alone will improve your depression state. You won't be as depressed. I promise you. Try it out for like a week, 2 weeks, and then come back and tell me how you feel. I bet you feel way better. All right. So that's just the physical aspect. And like I said, the physical, when you clean up your eating, physically, your eating also affects your mental. By the way, it affects the way you think. It affects depression. You won't be so down. You don't feel so down on a daily. You feel more energetic, more happy. Your mood will be more increased versus more on the downside. You know, so once again, it goes back to say your physical health affects both your mental and your spiritual. All right. When you eat a little bit cleaner, a little bit better, you are able to think more clearly. You want to do more, but when you eat way more garbage and stuff like that, it kind of like tears you down inside. It pulls you back. You don't always want to do stuff. You'll notice that you'll be lazy. You'll be more lazy, more laid back. Every day you kind of just want to be a couch potato type deal, and you don't want that as a lifestyle. You really don't. Like, what kind of life is that? You don't want that lifestyle. Trust me. All right, that's point one. Is our health, guys. Let's go over to point two. Oof, sorry. Point two on to have a better year is grooming, guys. Grooming and hygiene. Hygiene and grooming. Both. Okay? I get it. After COVID, we all kind of let go a little bit. Not a lot of people are getting out. A lot of us are indoors. So that means we're not getting out. There's not a lot of events. People. Times have changed. We know this. Big facts. It doesn't take a baby to see it. Times have changed. Not a lot of people are getting out the same way. A lot of people can say COVID was a wake-up call for a lot of people. It really was. So, but in that, what it does is it made a lot of people be more relaxed and not like focus on their hygienes. Like a lot of people let themselves go at the same time, and it's important that we keep ourselves up. Okay. Um, yeah, try to look as good as you possibly can on a daily. Not every day's gonna be perfect, but don't completely let yourself go every single day. I will not influence. I will not encourage that. you know. So appreciate that. So yeah. So let's try to work on our grooming and our hygiene, guys. Work on your hair, trim up a little bit. Um, you know, teeth brushing, showering. Try to stay up on top of all these things. Don't let yourself go. All right. I will not encourage that. Don't think it's a good idea. Okay? Okay. Let's move on to the next point. Point three, to having a better year. Um, okay, so point three is we are in 2026, guys. I think if you don't know by now, it is pretty wise to not be messing around. So, point three is to stop sleeping around. Stop messing around with different people. It's I would just say yeah. One, it's not safe. It's not safe. It's not a good idea. Um, and then two, what's the word I'm looking for? It defames ourselves. It brings us down. Our value, our worth is deflated. I'm trying to say, and messing around, there's no benefit in that. You might find your pleasure in a few moments, but how many of us have, um, you messed around, right? Let's say you messed around with someone in that moment or two, and then after the moment or two, it starts hitting you like, dang, like, or even during. It can be even either during you're messing around with somebody or after you messing around, after you messed around with them. Have you ever had this thought where you just be like, dang, like, what am I doing here? Like, you don't even feel like being there, right? You ever had that feeling or thought? It's because your spirit, your subconscious mind knows. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, I just saw that over here. Yeah. So your subconscious mind knows that you are not that basically what you're going through, what you're doing is not right. Okay. It knows as we know. We know too. We try to ignore it because we try to feed our flesh. We live in such a time frame where everybody's running rampant. They're feeding their flesh. There's no control. There is no self control, and that's just somewhere. That's just an area that I feel like we all need to work on is self control. We really really got to work in that area. We can't just keep running a rampant. We can't be running crazy. Um, you know, I get it. We all have different levels of sexual urges, things of that nature. The Bible goes on to say, if you have this fire, this flame that you have to just, you know, you're in heat, you know, uh, the Bible says, get you a husband or a wife, get you somebody that you can get one person, have one person that you can be like that with, versus, having multiple people that you don't know that you will feel soulless and lifeless with instantly right after you done mess with them. I'm sure a lot of us have felt that. You know, um, I'll give you a primary example. Um, okay, what's her name? She's been going around lately. She's um, they say she's a corn. You know what? I don't even know what a corn star is. There's no such thing as a corn star. You're not a corn star. But basically, she's blonde. What's the name? Something blue. But she's been going around. I've seen like clips of her, people talking about how she got arrested recently overseas. I guess they let her go. I don't know. I haven't really kept up with it, but she's a really good example, right? And I'll tell you what I see when I look at her. When I saw her speaking in the videos, she comes off to me as someone who's lifeless, who's soulless. I don't know if you guys have ever seen someone like that, where you can like just look at somebody and you just be like, you look like you don't even have a soul, you know. And people who generally mess around with multiple people, the more you do it as well, the more lifeless and soulless you will be. Not only be, it'll show. It'll show. You'll see it. You'll see it in your face. You'll see it in your eyes. Piece of you away. That's what it does. No joke. No cap. No cap. You feel me? Like, it's just not the safest place to be. It ain't. All right. So like I said, you in this heat state, feel like you need you need somebody to mess. Go get your wife. Go get you a husband. All right. Get one person, make it official, and then you're good. And once again, I get the pool right now is best. I know. Trust me, I know it's easy out here. It is not easy out here. Um, it's also not impossible. I don't want to say it's impossible. All right, so definitely get you one person. Pray about the next one. Once again, I get it. It's hard out here, right? It is hard to find one person to settle down with. What I will say at the same time, it is still much worse. It is still much worse to entertain multiple people. Okay, it's still much worse to entertain like multiple people. It's way worse, way worse. It just is. Okay, so let's move forward. That was point 3. Let's go on to point 4, onto how to have a better year. How to have a better year, especially if you haven't already. If you guys haven't already, smash that like button and hit that follow button, guys. Point 4 on how to have a better year. Increase your sleep. Increasing your sleep pattern, guys. I can't tell you enough how much this is important. A lot of us don't get a lot of sleep, and we think we're okay. We're not okay. There's been a lot of research going around showing how uh, a decline in our sleep, it affects our cortisol levels, our testosterone levels. Hold on 1 second. My bad, having a disconnection issue. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. Connection issues. Nothing new. Nothing's new under the sun. And I think we're good. 3, 2, 1. All right. There it is. All right. Now, back to point number 4. We're talking about sleep. How important sleep is. I don't think we talk about, or we know enough that how much sleep is important. We all know that sleep is beneficial for us in a lot of different areas. Our mental thinking, our clarity of daily day-to-day thinking. Um, it helps us with our brain cells. It helps us with our health. When we sleep. Okay, the recommended time. Let's talk about the recommended time to sleep. They say that the recommended time to sleep is about 7 to 9 hours. 7 to 9 hours of sleep is what's recommended to have a good night's sleep for our bodies to recover, recuperate, do what it needs to do to heal whatever's inside of us, everything like that, right? Now we got to ask ourselves, how many of us are having about 7 to 9 hours of sleep? Can you say you have 7 to 9 hours of sleep repetitively? Can you say that? If not, then it's important that we try to adjust it. Trying to get only getting like, I know there's a lot of people that only gets about 2, 3, 4 hours of sleep a night. And that's not good. A lot of us, we can say, we can wake up and say, oh yeah, no, I'm good. I can sleep off of 3, 4 hours. You might think that you are good, and you might even feel decent on a day-to-day basis, but in general speaking, it's actually biologically not good for you. It's not good for you. It's been said we need to sleep at least 7 to 9 hours. If we're not getting at least 7 hours in per night, then our our system, everything inside of us is not working how it should be. Not only that, our health is declining. Our health is declining over time. Um, yeah, you're pretty much losing years off of your life, if you are not getting adamant good enough sleep. Okay, so for this year, guys, that's one area I would definitely say try to increase, try to work on in that area. This year is our sleep. All right, try to get better sleep in. Try to set a set schedule. I know with our busy schedule, it is hard to get good night's sleep. It is. Try to get in bed around, latest 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Just to try to keep it a little realistic, because I know we all got things going on in our lives. That way you can have a decent amount of sleep. I say 9, 10 o'clock, just to be on the realistic side. All right, and I bet you if you increase, matter of fact, I won't even say 9, 10 o'clock yet. This is what I will say. Keep that in your mind though. Keep 9, 10 o'clock in your mind, right? I will say this though. I will say this. Whatever time that you are sleeping right now on a day-to-day basis, let's say you find yourself sleeping around 11, 12 o'clock every single day, right? Willingly or unwillingly, like you kind of like, maybe you have a job or something. Well, the job part's gonna be a little difficult. If you get off late, it's gonna be kind of hard, because if you get home a certain time, that's something you kind of can't control. But for those of us who can't control it, I mean, I was gonna say try to go to sleep at work. I'd like to no, we ain't doing that. Um, I would say whatever time we're sleeping right now, try to sleep 1 hour prior. Try to increase your sleep by 1 hour. So, say for example, on a day to day, you go to sleep around 11 o'clock every day, right? Try to go to sleep by 10. Increase it by 1 hour. Start like that, and then see how you feel from there. See if you feel better. I bet you will. I've did a few experiments myself. I'll try to go to sleep 1 hour early, maybe 2 hours early, and man, when I mean a great sleep to the point where it makes you get excited to go to sleep, that's when you know you're having a good night's sleep. When you're excited to go to sleep, you're like, man, I can't wait to go to sleep. You're gonna feel good, everything. You start having better dreams. You'll have dreams all over again. For some of us who haven't dreamed in a long time, try to go sleep a little earlier. I bet you start having good dreams. Or I can't say good dreams, but you'll start dreaming again. Decent dreams. All right. All right. So once again, increase your sleep, guys. Work on your sleep patterns. Hugely, highly important to our day-to-day benefits in life general, like our health, everything. It affects everything. How we think, how we process, I'm sure it affects how you think with your business mind, with business or with your work. It affects everything. All right, you can enhance all that by simply having a better sleep. All right, let's go forward to point number 5. Point number 5 to having a better year. If you guys haven't already, smash that like button, hit that follow button, guys. We're going in. Point number 5 to having a better year: more sunlight. More sunlight. What does that even mean? More sunlight. More sunlight means a lot, actually. For one, a lot of people are lacking in vitamin D. There's been a research that one of the biggest deficiencies in the human body that we are missing is vitamin D. And for some of us who don't know, vitamin D, it has a lot of benefits in the human body. Too many to count. Vitamin D is crucial in being responsible for a lot of our bodily functions. All right, from helping fight bacteria, um, any illnesses that you might be facing, to already enhancing what you already have going on. It helps you with your skin, hair growth, your eyes, um, the list goes on. Vitamin D actually helps with a lot in our body, but a lot of people don't even know and realize it. A lot of people even use like vitamin D supplements, which I'm not huge on because I don't think it's gonna bring the same benefits like vitamin D from the sun. Because vitamin D from the sun, one, it's free. Two, you get it every day, so you already can't beat that. So, um, yeah, increase your sunlight, guys. Um, this, there's so many. There's other way more benefits that I can't really touch on, but when you get a chance, look it up. Look it up. Benefits. Look it up. The benefits of sunlight. Benefits of sunlight. They'll give you a list full of things. All right, I'm telling you. Sunlight also actually helps us to sleep better. You get enough sunlight in. Um, I think they say like at least a good time frame would be like about 2 hours. About 2 hours a day. 45 minutes to 2 hours a day. All right. For a good sunlight. And once again, sunlight helps us sleep better. All right. Melatonin, all these other things, you know, they all help to sleep better, heal us, things of that nature while we sleep. All right. So get more sunlight. Get more sunlight. Highly important. Not playing. No kid. No kidding. I'm getting more sunlight, and I love it. Um, that was point number 5. Point number 6. Let's get our point number 6 in. Point number 6 to having a better year. All right. This is a tough one for some of us. This is a tough one for some of us. Exercise. Whoop whoop. Hey, listen. I know. Exercising, it takes a lot out of us. A lot of us are not willing to really want to exercise. I see you. I see you. Yeah. We not just think, but I know that the pros outweigh the cons. The cons is, we be too tired, too lazy to want to get up and do it. I'm trying to say, like, we'd be too tired and lazy to want to do it. Um, there are days, even myself, where I feel like, man, I don't want to get up. I don't want to go and get up and do this. But there are days where I feel like that, and I still push myself. I push myself to just get up and do it. And then I realize that in the midst of doing it, I realize how much that just, once you do get the ball going and working out and exercising, you realize how much it didn't really that, you know, it's not really a big deal. Basically, like once you get yourself in the door, you're like, you know, you're good. You're good. It's just the beforehand where, you know, we feel like, man, like I don't want to get up, I don't want to go. Like that's really the, honestly, like that's like the only con to you know, to exercising. We don't feel like doing it. We feel tired all the time. You know what I'm trying to say? Um but what the pros now behind exercise and working out, I mean, we I mean, must I really say, like, there's a lot of pros behind exercising. You start to look better physically. It helps with your mental thinking. Um, it helps with a lot of your bodily functions. Um, there's something called autophagy, where, like, if you're fasting, it boosts your autophagy level, where you're like self clean, you're cleaning your body out way faster. That's what, like, working out does. When you just like when you dive into these things, I ain't gonna lie, it does give you like more of a boost of encouragement to be like, you know what, all right, I'm gonna jump into it. Like, it just gives you more of a go versus like, nah, I don't want to do it. If it's really good for you and you start digging into certain things, you start learning on, you know, certain topics as to why it's good for you, you'll be more inclined to, like, all right, let me like take it more serious. Let me give it a go. Let me do it. You know what I'm trying to say? So exercise, guys, give it a shot. You ain't got to do too much. You honestly you ain't even got to go to the gym. You know, I had a gym membership. I don't have a gym membership anymore. I just work out from home. Um, what I'll do? Okay, fine. I'll give you my secret. All right, what I'll do is I will work out in my backyard, in the sun, in the grass. Ah, there's so much benefits behind that. It's so cool. Um, Working out outside is way more beneficial than working out in the gym. By the way, when you really just sit and think about these things, it starts just like stacking up. Things just start piling up. You know. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. Um, so yeah, like what I'll do is I will work out outside in my backyard. I got a little workout set and everything going. I'll work out in the grass. You know, got the sunlight hitting. That means you know it makes you sweat more. We all know sweating is good for detoxifying, like detoxing, getting your body cleaned out. You know, of the bad things that whatever you're dealing with. Um, and also in the grass, like I said, which is grounding. I don't know if a lot of you know what grounding is, but grounding, there's a lot of benefits behind that as well. Grounding, it helps with your blood circulation. It helps to, if you have like thick blood, it helps to unclamp your thick blood and helps blood flow. So you get more blood flow through your body. That means more blood flow means you get more blood flow going to your muscles throughout your whole body. Your body's your muscles are is able to easily get more blood flow versus just going to the gym. Huge difference, I'm telling you, and you get better and faster results way faster. I kid you not. If I ever open up some kind of a camp or something, that's exactly how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna. I mean, as soon as I said that, y'all better not take my ideas, bruh. Don't take my ideas, bruh. Is yeah, it's gonna be an outside thing. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. Um, what else? Um, Grounding. It's, I mean, I can go on. There's so many benefits behind grounding by itself. It helps you sleep as well. Grounding helps you sleep better at night. It helps to remove inflammation in your body. Oh, appreciate that. It helps to grounding helps to remove inflammation, you know, in our body. Okay, if you don't know what grounding is, I highly do some research. Do some research. Do some digging in on it. Okay, look it up. Look up grounding. Look up the benefits of grounding. Google it. YouTube it. You'll see. Um, and like I said, once again, that's what I do. I work out outside in the sun. It's free and it's way better for you. So you can't beat that. That was point number 6, which was exercise, guys. Let's go over point number 7. Point number 7 is, well, we kind of touched on this a little bit, but point number 7 is clean up your eating. We touched on this a little bit on point number 1 about the health, but I wanted to make it more specific. Point number 7, yes, we do need to clean up our eating. We have to be more intentional about it. I'm a realist. I'm not gonna feed you a fake story and be like, oh yeah, only eat clean, because I know that's not real for a lot of people. For a lot of us, it's not real. But I will say, clean up your eating. That means lessen the amount of garbage that we take in, the amount of bad food that we take in. Yeah, lessen it. I'm not saying to completely to completely cancel it, to completely toss it out, because I know it's not realistic for a lot of us. But I will say, try and you got to be intentional. You have to be intentional. Try to intentionally clean your eating up to increase the good stuff and decrease the bad stuff. Too many of us eat McDonald's every day. Too many of us have Burger King every day. Too many of us have Wendy's every day. As I'm saying that, you're probably sitting there laughing like, he's right. I just had it just a second ago. I mean, ain't no shame in the game of eating it. I ain't saying don't have it at all. I'm just saying don't have it every day. There's a huge difference. Alright? Don't have fast food and garbage food every day. I'm telling you, it affects a lot. Not just your mental thinking, but your health. Obviously, we already know the health part. Not only does it affect your health, but it affects your mental thinking. You know, if you're going through depression, stuff like that, you cut out fast food, I bet you'll see your depression state drop by itself. You ain't got to go to no doctors for no depression pills. I get tired of hearing that. Like, you don't have to go to the doctor for a depression pill when you can just clean your eating. Cleaning your eating alone will fix that issue. If you don't believe me, try it out for about a week, 2 weeks. Try it for 2 weeks. Go without eating horrible. I bet you start feeling better. You feel better. You think better. You're gonna just feel better. You're not gonna be depressed. You're not gonna feel down all the time. Watch. Try it and let me know how you feel. Clean up our eating, guys. I'm telling you, so much benefits. You know, when we eat bad all the time, it kind of like holds us down. It kind of makes us not want to do anything every single day. It makes you lazy. I'm not going to say, like I said, once again, I'm not going to say completely cut that out. I'm not going to say cut out the bad food, because I'm trying to be realistic here for everybody, even for myself. You know, I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't want to have a slice of pizza every now and then. But like I said, decrease the bad, increase the good. I'm a fair person. Alright. This year we're going to increase our health. We won't need a doctor as much as if we just focus on this area of what we put in our bodies, we won't need the doctors. I promise you. Most of these people that are in the hospital beds right now, had they cleaned up their eating, they would have dodged so much. They would have dodged so much. I promise you. Try to clean up your eating and let me know how that feels. I promise. Alright. That was point number 7. Let's talk about point number 8. Point number 8 to having a better year, guys. Point number 8 to having a better year. This is a big one. This is a big one. I feel like a lot of us are struggling in this area. I found myself struggling in this area. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay? Number 8 is track your spending. Track your spending and adjust your budget. Some of us are spending more than we're making. Some of us, we really are spending more than we are making, and that's not good. We all know that's not good. Some of us just spend, we don't even care. To have a better year, guys, we definitely have to work in our finances, that in that area. I know it's easier said than done for some of us, because a lot of us, we weren't trained up on this. A lot of us weren't trained up by like maybe a parent or anything like that, a guardian, on savings and things like that. But that is one area for sure that we need to work on if we want to have a better year, a better life in general. Okay? Our expenses. Are you spending more than you're making? Do you overspend? These are the questions we must ask ourselves. Yeah, you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Okay. I believe in you. I believe in you. All right. Tip number 9 on how to have a better year. Tip number 9 onto how to have a better year. Another big one. Another big one. Utilize the people that you have in your surroundings. Know what to say yes to, know who to say yes to, and who to say no to. Utilize your circle, guys. See your surroundings. Who's in your surroundings? We must know this, and we must check this every single day. It is important to know who we have in our circle. Why? Because who we have in our circle will hugely and highly affect our day-to-day walk on this world, in this world, on this planet, in this world. Okay? It is important who we have around us, who we have in our ears on a day-to-day basis. What's your circle like? There was a saying that said basically I can tell you who you are when you show me who your friends are. And that still stands. It does. You want to really, really be careful not to have the wrong people around you. Because there'll be a lot of people who, and a lot of us won't even realize this because we're so used to having them around. We think that it's all love, it's all out of love. There are some people that might hate you on the low, and they don't want to see you win. There are some people in secret that, and it could be friends, it could be family members. To be honest with you, it can go, yeah. As messed up as it is, it can go as deep as that. There are people that don't want to see you win, and they're giving you certain advice, certain information, certain advice to keep you where you are. They don't want to see you advancing. There are some people that don't want to see you winning. You gotta keep them folk from around you. You can love them, but some people you gotta love from a distance. You can't love everybody up close. No bueno. It's only gonna hold you back in life. All right. So let's start observing our circle, guys. For real. All right. We are down to our final one, the last and 10th step. The last tip to having a better year. Tip number 10 to having a better year is, drum roll please, stay focused. Stay focused. I'll even go as far as saying stay focused and get closer to God, really. Stay focused on God, because that's the ultimate focus. We can try to say, because a lot of people, they say, oh yeah, I want, I got these goals that I have, these New Year's resolution that I set, and we can all try to say, yeah, we're gonna set our minds on these goals, right? um what we don't realize at the same time is, even if we do accomplish these goals, it's it's basically capped off there. Like, you can't go beyond that. Like, okay, once you accomplish this, whatever goal you should accomplish, okay, you've accomplished it, but now what? You know what I'm trying to say? And that's pretty much a lot of goals that we set. We just don't realize it. Now, what I'm getting at is, but if we kind of tweak that, we change that, right? And instead of just having certain goals by themselves to focus on, we focus on God, getting closer to God, growing our relationship with Him. In the Bible, it says that if we focus on God, right, and we put God first, basically He will give us the desires of our heart. That means you ain't got to try to strive and focus to get, um, you know, to get your goals by yourself. When you include God in the plan, He makes it. It basically, it's you two against the plans now. It's not just you alone anymore. So that means your plans can become way easier to acquire, way easier to accomplish versus just going in by yourself. Two heads better than one. Include God in your plans. Don't just try to take it on by yourself. Focus on God, guys. Focus on God. Focus on, yes, I would say stay focused on your plans, your goals, for sure. But I want to say stay focused on Him first. Because in doing so, your plans, you'll notice that your plans and your goals will just kind of like, it'll be way smoother to happen. You won't feel like it's forced. You won't feel like it's rushed, anything like that. God can help you acquire it, accomplish it way easier, way smoother. Focus. Stay focused this year. Whatever you got going on, whatever you're planning, stay focused. Don't lose focus. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. Don't see what other people got going on. Don't feel like you're being left behind. You know, everybody has their own walk. Everybody has their own timing of everything. Don't let social media or anything discourage you from, your walk. You feel like, oh man, this person um, is getting married. This person's having kids. This person, you know, got this amazing house that they just bought with this amazing car, this and that. Like, don't look at it like that. Don't think of things like that. Don't look at it like that, because these are that'll keep you stagnant. Everybody has their own timetable. And how do you know that these people that you're probably looking at, you're not going to surpass them one day? Ah, see, like, you're sitting there looking at someone else. You're looking like this. You're looking up as if the person's above you, but you don't know that God has a plan for you that'll set you apart. That's why you shouldn't compare. You don't ever compare yourself to anybody. Comparison. What they say? The comparison is a to joy. Comparison is the thief to joy. You want to keep your joy. Alright? Hi. So that was the last and final step, guys. Stay focused. Stay focused. Don't lose your focus. So that if you guys haven't seen it, watch this over. That was basically the 10 steps, guys. 10 steps that I gave to have a better year. I know we're already 1 month down. It's crazy how fast time's flying. It is what it is, but we gonna make the best of it. That's just giving you 10 tips. All right, 10 tips to having a better year, guys. All right. Like I said, if you haven't already, watch it over. I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post this back up. Smash that like button, hit that follow button. I got more content on the way, so you can be notified. I also drop music too. I got some stuff coming through really soon. I got a few songs I'm about to release, and then I got an album directly after that I'm going to be releasing as well. So, like I said, you want to be kept in the loop. Follow your boy. It's better to be early than to be late. You want to hear about it later down in the lane while you're here. It's better to hop on the train now. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. And I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to add too much more. Once again, if you guys haven't already, I just released a few videos prior that I feel like could help a lot of people out. The one prior was speaking about these end days and what we should be doing in these end days, right? The video before that was covering two witnesses. A lot of people don't know who the two witnesses are, but I went, a little bit in detail about the two witnesses, the video prior. And then the two videos prior to that video, I was touching on how men and women, it was two separate videos, one towards the men, one towards the women, right? Touching on how men can find their spouse, how women can find their spouse. I talked about that as well. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, seeing what I had to say about that, go check that out. I feel like it might help out a lot actually. I don't like to cut corners. I don't like to beat around the bush. I like to give it direct on as to what I feel like it is, and I like to keep it real. So that's just what it is. That's just what it is. I'm gonna leave it there. So with that being said, guys, you guys are amazing. Much love to you guys. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Guys. So like I said, hit that button, hit that follow button, and I got more stuff on the way coming soon. Love you guys. Much love to you, and I will catch you on the next one. All right, peace out for now. I'll let you, Walla.